Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Let's begin business by a word of prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed office of the rulers and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us assembled, and grant that we may truly consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote the honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interests are committed to our church. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
A very good morning, honour members. Today is Thursday, Private Members' Day. The office of the Speaker so far has no any communication to be made. Otherwise, to wish you a fruitful and blessed day. Thank you. The Deputy Leader of the House. Deputy Leader.
Good morning, Honorable First Deputy Speaker. I want to guide that under the questions for oral replies, we start with questions going to the Minister of Health. That is from question 9090. Thank you.
Minister of Health, you said? Question 90, is it? 90. Thank you. Honour members, as per guidance, so we go by that guidance. Thank you.
General business, item 2B, questions on notice to ministers for oral replies.
We begin with question 90, Lilongwe Central. Lilongwe Central seems to be the chamber. 91, Mulanje South. Mulanje South. We proceed. We go to 92, Lilongwe Mapuyo North. Mzimba South.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I'm being advised by my colleagues that most members that are here, they've got constituency statements, but since according to our standing order, he advises us that in the first 1 hour we can focus on the questions and then later we can do other business. So I don't know how you can guide if we can move to constituency statement. Is it possible that we can move or local?
Honorable member, today is your day. You can move a motion. Today is your day. Today is your day. You have all the liberty, all the freedom, all the audacity to do whatever you want. It's your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. Today being the private members' day, I wish to move that we have standing order so that we can proceed to the item just behind here, constituency statements. On constituency statements, I beg to move. Thank you. Private members C, constituency statement. I beg to move.
Honourable members, there's a motion that we waive all relevant standing orders in order for us to tackle item 3, private members' business, and be more precise, C, constituency statement. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Item 3, private members' business, constituency statements.
We begin with item 3C1, honour member for Blantyre Rural Southwest. Blantyre Rural Southwest is not in the chamber. We go to Lilongwe City West. Commissioner Zulu. Mtiriza Mtandire over there. Seasoned politician. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker of this National Assembly, for giving the chance the people of Tandile, Mtiriza, Piasan, Mwenea, Muzu, Chimombo, Area 36, Kisapo, and the whole town the chance this morning to give state of my constituency statement in this house today since I was elected in May 2019. Before I proceed, let me congratulate the Minister of Finance for ably presenting the budget in this house and for passing of the budget yesterday, and to all members of the Parliament for standing together to make sure that the budget is passed so that the Malawians should benefit from the fruits of this government led by His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, let me give the state of my constituency since 2019 when I was elected. I would like to start with road infrastructure. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Lilongwe City West, it was one of the biggest constituencies in this country. That's why during the demarcation exercise, 4 constituencies have come out from this constituency. What it means, therefore, Mr. Deputy Speaker, is that coming September this year, instead of being represented by 1 MP, now there shall be 4 MPs. This, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I think some of us who have these big, very constituencies, like myself and my brother, the landlord along the state center, we need a special consideration because we have been doing the work of 4 MPs for the past 6 years. So we need special consideration from now and onwards. The House is going to decide how it's going to compensate us for the job we have done for working for 4 MPs. Let me start with the road infrastructure. When I was elected as a member of parliament, people from Tandile, they're having problems with roads, especially from Spearhead. There was a small bridge there where a lot of people died because there's no any infrastructure. This area was completely neglected by the previous government, GPP. The MPs were there, they completely failed to start this road. Despite that, this road was funded 3 times and the money was diverted. But when Dr. Chakwera came into power and me becoming the MP of this area, we made sure that the Spearhead Old Airing Road is tarmacked. And now I can tell the House that this road is completed. What is remaining now is just a few drainage systems so that people now, they're able driving from Spearhead via Tandile up to Old Airway. We appreciate the President for making sure that resources are available for this road. The same road infrastructure, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, we have built Mwera Bridge in Chisapo. Use the CDF money. I would like to ask the media people, some people they think that UDF money is misused. Go there, go to Chisapo, go to Mwera Bridge.
Nshisi Northeast, order. Nshisi Northeast, Nshisi Northeast, Nshisi Northeast, Nshisi Northeast. 10 years in Parliament. This is your 11th year. You have a bonus of 1 year, and you are coming back. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I would like to take the people to go to Mwera Bridge in Chisapo and see for themselves the wonders of the CTF. Go to Jimhangu Bridge in Chisapo, which we have constructed using the CDF.
Lilongwe City West, may you receive your seat? There's a point of order. Point of order, Mango Shimankipe, point of order.
Thank you very much. First Deputy Speaker, I have great respect for the Commissioner, but I wanted you to guide whether using resources to construct a road to the home of our current President, His Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, would be regarded as misusing those resources and neglecting the construction of a road here at Itandiri. Because at that time, DPP was busy constructing a very important road. So, and the bypass road as well, and so many roads. Very important ones, especially the one that goes to the home of the state president, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera. Thank you.
Commissioner, you are doing a commendable job. Please proceed.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I'm happy that the DPP now have acknowledged that they really diverted resources which were meant to construct the road for the people of Dandile in Lyon. Thank you for acknowledging this. This being a statesman, you have to accept the mistakes which you made the time you were in this country. Thank you very much. I was talking about the road infrastructure. I said about Nteza Bridge in Chisapo. Go there. You go to Area 36, go to Champebe Bridge. We have built that, use the CDF resources. Go to Area 18. We are constructing the bridge which connects Area 47 up to Area 18 via the Estonia Church. We go to Ntandile, Mtsiriza. We have constructed Chimbalame Bridge using CDF money, which connects Ntandile and Mtsiriza. We have constructed Glorious Bridge using CDF money, which connects Ntandile and Mtsiriza. We have constructed Streamside Bridge in Ntandile. We have constructed Mtsiriza Bridge in Mtsiriza. We have constructed drainage system in Kankodoa. People used to have overflowing of water there. But now, when Jonas Chakwera came in, and we asked him through Dodima, they came in and helped us to construct this drainage system. Now, since that time, we haven't experienced any disaster in the form of water. We have constructed Kankodoa drainage system, Old Town, my constituencies in the city. Go to Wulian Road in town. We have improved that road. Go to Devil Street. Devil Street now, we have improved that road. Go to Chipigu, Pokagame Road, the ring road there. We have constructed that road. It's to another step who has done this. We grade all the roads every year since 2020. We use the CDF money. We hire graders from private companies, and we use the CDF money to grade all the roads in our constituencies. His Excellency also is constructing state-of-the-art bridge at Old Town in Nilongwe. I don't want to mention about the interchange road at Kamuzu Central Hospital, Kanengo Road to Crossroads Road. These are some of the developments which have been done under Jonas Chakwera in me as his member of parliament. Let's go to each question. Mr. Deputy Speaker, in each question, we have managed to construct the following blocks. Changhandwe, we have constructed one school block. Nguluwe in Chisapo, we have constructed one school block. Kankodoa in Tandile, we have constructed 4 school blocks. In Siniza, we have constructed 2 school blocks. And Munzu, we have constructed 2 school blocks. We have also supplied desks in these schools. Wemba Primary School in Area 46, we have managed to distribute 180 desks. Chankhandwe Primary School, we have distributed 300 desks. In Siriza Primary School, we have distributed 80 desks. We are also constructing sports facility at Mpiji Sunday School in Area 47, where the school was built without any sports facility. We are constructing football, netball pitch, and basketball pitch using CDF money. This area is just about five minutes drive from here. I asked the media, go there, Achubandiro, there's a pitch there. You'll find this school, and you are going to witness what wonders the CDF is doing in our constituencies. Deputy Speaker, I'm proud here to say that I don't think there's any MP who has achieved what I've achieved in terms of paying school fees in using the CDF bursary. This year alone, we are paying school fees for 210 students. These schools are in town. You can go and check. The media can go and check. Go to Nkwiji Sunday School. We are paying for 23 students. Go to
Honorable members, a commissioner is a senior person in parliament. When he's presenting facts, we need to clap hands for him. Commissioner he sits in the board of parliament. He sits in the board of parliament. All your lives are in his hands.
Thank you, my brother, Deputy Speaker. I just want to give you the statistics. Go to Gonega Sunday School, we are paying for 42 students. Go to Pelen, CJS, we are paying for 62 students. Go to Njewa Sunday School, we are paying for 19 students. You go to Magawa Sunday School, there's only one student there in Chinchi. Go to Nkomaji Sunday School, there are 3 students. Go to Gisapo Sunday School, there are 7 students. Go to Mbidzi Sunday School, there are 19 students. And go to Baila Sunday School, there are 10 students. We are paying using CDF money. In total, this year alone, we are paying for 210 students. Accumulatively, since I became a member of parliament, 320 students have benefited from the CDF money. Sanitation. Deputy Speaker, through Donatas Chakwera, we have managed to put a sewer system in Falls Estate, in Area 47, and free water connections. Go to Ntandi and Tiriza Chisapo, Pedegere. His Excellency promised to provide free water connections to Longwe City dwellers. This has happened in my constituency. Thousands and thousands of people that benefited from these free water connections. We applaud the President for keeping his words when he told this nation that he's going to provide free water connection. As a result of this, the cases of cholera have greatly been reduced in my constituency. We have constructed modern toilets in all these areas. You can go and witness yourself. On housing, Mr. Deputy Speaker, His Excellency Chakwera has constructed 100 security houses in Chisapo. This is my constituency. He has also constructed 40 security houses in Ntandi cities in Area 47, where our security men, now they will be able to be living in good houses. Telecommunications. Using the marker, we are constructing a good computer lab at Mpiji Sunday School. And with the marker, they have provided with us free Wi-Fi services at Mbondi Market in Ntiriza. People there that are enjoying these facilities. There are a lot of things, Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker, which is happening in my constituency using the CDF, using the money from this house, etc., etc. Apart from that, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Lilongwe has completely transformed. I'm one of the beneficiaries of the road infrastructure which has happened in the city. Nowadays, to drive from the Parliament to Old Town to Shopland it takes you 3-4 minutes. Previously, we're driving the same stretch of the road, maybe 30 minutes because of the road, because of traffic jam. But now with the road now, we can drive without any problems. We can drive from Crossroads to Kanengo, 5 minutes, because now our roads are free from traffic jams. All this is happening because of Toraza's Chakwera. As I would like to wind up, I did not stop there. Pama Kanshiro Zinazajifundo, you are Deputy Speaker. I have been providing transport services for my constituency since 2016. From 2016 up to now, my cars which move my constituency, nobody has put there even a single liter in that car. Every day, the vehicle is on the road to assist the city people, to assist people during the weddings, during the Maufumu, and even Tawi Yamario. This vehicle has been there since 2016. As people of, as I said, my constituency was divided into 4.
Order to my left, order.
Now,
remember, you are in the August House. Remember, you are in the August House. Please.
Now, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I've made a final decision. Out of the 4 constituencies which have come out in my constituency, now I've made a final decision that I will represent people from Tandile and Tiliza constituency. This area, your Deputy Speaker, the catchment area is area 47, Ntandile, Tiliza, Muzu, Piasan, Chimombo. That's the area now which I'm going to represent from 2016. And from that area, I would like to promise the following things which we have agreed with the people from that area. That shortly, once elected into power, come September this year, we are going to construct a new road, a tarmac road, from Chimara, Mboni, up to Piasan. This man is already available. It's just a matter of time. So people from Tandil and Siliza know that this road will be constructed into tarmac standard. We are going to construct a hospital, Adim Tamaliwiro in Siliza. We have applied for land for this, and the Ministry of Lands have already given us a piece of land where we construct this hospital in Tamaliwiro in Siliza. The people who live there, they know what I'm talking about. This is the land which is opposite the Gateway Mall. There's a large piece of land. Half of that land has been given to government, and we have applied for land there which has been given to us to construct this hospital. We are going to construct another hospital in Muzu at Chimombo village. We have a piece of land
winding
there.
up.
Excuse?
Consider winding up.
Yeah, I'm winding up. And also, I would like to promise the people of Ntandile that we are going to construct a police unit. We call that place Pamavete, Paspehead, where the government is already constructing the police houses. I have already discussed with the Inspector General of the Police that they should reserve a small piece of land so that we construct a police unit there. She has consented to that. So very shortly, we are going to put a police unit there. We are going to put a bridge at Pamanata, and we are going to put a drainage system from Tiliza Bridge to Nkochera System P. As I'm talking now, your Deputy Speaker, Malep, not Malep, MEP, they are putting electricity in our area. Our area, though, is in the city, but a good part of it is in the rural. It's peri-urban. These areas were being lacking electricity. As I'm talking now, the poles are already there to connect all the areas which were lacking electricity in Ntiliza, Ntandile, Piasani, Chimombo. So that came in the next few months, people there will not be living in darkness since Toraza's Chakwera has approved for installation of electricity in these areas. Finally, the Deputy Speaker, Bo Mandilomweli, we are coming back in September, whether one likes or not, Toraza's Chakwera is going to rule this country up to 2030. And now I'm Angula, the Maroto, Ashumba. they know very well that they cannot take this government. They are better placed where they stand there. Bowman Dromweli, opposition Dromweli, we wish you well as you come back here to still be opposing this government led by Doladas Chawela from 2025 in September this year. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, for giving me this chance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner George Zuru, Member of Parliament for Lilongwe City West, veteran politician. You've been here, your people love you, and we pray that you come back because you are a good person. Bravo, honorable member. Before I proceed, we've been honored this morning. Lero talemegezeka tindalendo amenati endera kuchokera kuja Kasungu Northeast neighbor IMPR to Paul Dumembe Nkoma. Tupempeni makolo kwambamo ibirirani awukani watata mchanya umo awukani mwachenatu. What is the 4 years aloha? Honorable member, Honorable Paul Dumembe Nkoma, where are you? Honorable Paul Nkoma? Or is with the speaker? All right. Dabempe, Honorable Rich. These are teachers. There are 59 in total. May I, Honorable Nkoma, may you wave your people. Honorable Nkoma, thank you so much. You're welcome to Parliament. This is your home. And the Kamacheni is here. God bless you. Be seated. Thank you. We proceed. Nkoma, you can scribble something. You can wave the standing orders and make a statement. We can see how we can do it. Today is one day. But I see leader of the house.
First Deputy Speaker, is it in order? You always ask me to stand and wave at people. Is it in order that today you forget me?
This is our leader here, Honorable Richard Chimwendo Banda, the bulldozer. We love him. He's a good man. The people from Nalunga, Elvera, Mavwere. There's a point of order from Zombachisi and the Chiradzulu South. Zombachisi, point of order.
First Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. I had a point of order, but maybe you can just give me. You can hear me?
Raise your voice. We normally struggle when you speak.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
First Deputy Speaker.
There's you, there's Cholo Centro. You always lower your tone. Right?
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Yes, I signaled you that I have a point of order, but I was going to ask that perhaps you can just give me the opportunity to speak, to make a constituency statement, so that I can embed my point of order within the constituency statement.
Noted, but we'll see how we're going to do it. Let's follow what is on the order paper first, to avoid injuring those that had presented earlier on their constituency statements. Chiradzulu South, do you still want to speak? Chiradzulu South?
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Chiradzulu South to do a point of order. I'd like to find out from you, Chair, whether it's in order for the honorable member who has just sat down, not to recognize the good job that DPP had done in this constituency. There are some beautiful roads that DPP has done. We have done Area 36 road, you know it. 36 road. And then we also have done this road from Interchange. Very beautiful road going to your constituency. We have done that road. And you are aware also that we have done that bypass which passes all through your constituency. Is it in
Honorable
order?
member for Chilazulu.
There's a reason, madam.
Honorable member for Chilazulu
No,
South.
can I finish?
Point of
Can I
order
finish?
is about something that I'm going to miss.
It's very important to recognize what we did as well. I'm saying this because I was in the constituency myself. His constituency. I went through this road, Katanta to bypass. Go there and see the porticos that are there. Actually, people are saying they would want to vote for our vice president here in the central region, Gangata, because they have potential. He's a young man. He's going to do a good job. Is it in order? Is it in order, Madam Speaker? DPP. All the people there are saying they want DPP and they want our vice president to come there. Is it in order, Madam Speaker, to speak?
Chilazulu South, good morning. We, as a leader.
When Chilazulu South speaks, he's normally quiet. So I want to agree with him. DPP did some development in the city. The first development they did was the Chipasula Road. That starts from area 23 all the way to Chipasula Sonda School. The other one they did was from Senti to 25. All those roads were done, and within 6 months, they were all demolished. No one can go there. No one can see those roads. So whatever they have done is completely washed out. The colleagues were able to do something, but it was always temporary. Come Kamacheni and see what Dr. Jaguar is doing. Can you go and see the 6 lane? Can you go and see the road all the way from Kanengo to Crossroads? Come and see the beautiful roads that Dr. Jaguar has done. In Nigeria, I would have sung that song. Come and see, oh, come and see.
I see that honorable members, through your leaders, you're having good moments, and the chair is in good moments as well. Rumpi North, DPP whip, former Minister of Transport, former Minister of Health. You have the floor, sir.
I just want to put the record straight, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, that the Honorable Leader of the House has deliberately omitted state-of-the-art roads that were done under the able leadership of Professor Atavita Mutari. One of which is the road from Parliament here going to Bigu Stadium. And the stadium itself was also built by the able leadership of Professor Peter Mutari. He has deliberately omitted. Actually, further, President Speaker, we did one of the best roads in this country in his own constituency, from Doha to Chelsea, under my leadership as Minister of Transport. He should be that person to say these things. He must appreciate what we did for him. Further, we did a road from here to Sante. That passes through the constitution of His Excellency, the President of this country currently, His Excellency McCarthy Chakwera. He must appreciate these things. And therefore, just to isolate some two low-volume roads as being not in good shape is not appropriate. I want to set the record straight.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member, Honorable Jabi Muhango, Member of Parliament for Rumpi North. Honorable members, let's proceed. I gave you that time that you celebrate, but you forgot the Chamama Road. How could you? How could you forget Chamama Road? How could you forget the Chamama Road? You've done all these roads. How could you forget Chamama Road? But I forgive you. I forgive you. Honorable members, those are lighter moments. After passing the budget, what else can we do? Just celebrate Parliament. We are here as brothers and sisters. Let's proceed. Honorable members, let's proceed. I will take one point of order. One. So who yields to the other? Order Central, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for recognizing us the people of Nkhotakota Central. Honorable Speaker, the DPP whip, by just mentioning those two low volume loads, he has reminded me of a bridge that he built in Mapala that lasted only 3 months. Only 3 months. It was washed away with the first rain of November in Mapala. Him came to open the bridge.
We proceed to Chikwawa West, constituency statement. Chikwawa West. Chikwawa West. There's seems Chikwawa West is not here. We go to Mangochi South. Commissioner Patel. Mangochi South. We go to Blantyre City West. Blantyre City West. Constituency statement. We go to Blantyre Malabada. Constituency statement. Malabada in the chamber, you're ready?
First Deputy Speaker, I have not yet prepared my constituency statement. May I postpone, please?
Mzimba South, the people of gender, and Mzimba South, you have the floor, 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Simba South time to give progress, or more especially on the constituency statement.
Wherever Lilongwe Central is, please remind him that his item is on the order paper, Lilongwe Central. So, colleagues, you may wish to inform him. He had a question. We didn't had the opportunity to have the question asked, but now the constituency. So, Lilongwe Central and all those that are here, Chikwawa Central, Dowa North, Lilongwe Sinja South, Dowangala, Zomba, Malusa. So, thank you. Mzimba South, apologies for the interjection. You may proceed.
Yeah,
you may start again. Thank you.
Yeah, you have consumed my 1 minute. Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Mzimba South to give a constituency statement, more especially for the time that the people of Mzimba South gave me from 2019 up to 2024, and then we updated another year up to this time around. On my constituency statement, I'll talk about 2 to 3 things. I'll talk about the CDF projects that we have done so far. And also we'll talk about the personal initiatives that I, as a person, I do for the people, as I promised during the campaign. And also I will elaborate some of the projects that the government has done, the donor community has done, so that the people of Mzimba South can appreciate the progress that the constituency we have made. Since I have 10 minutes, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, by the time I was elected, the first project that we did under CDF was the construction of Mbangweni Police Unit. In a special way, I want to thank TM Zuguzuku and all the GVH under TM Zuguzuku for coming together, donating bricks, and we tried to fetch bricks from all 27 GVH that are under TM Zuguzuku. That's why today we have a Mbangweni Police Unit. Secondly, we had to move to Loviri, where a big school block was blown off by heavy rains, but we managed to repair it through CDF. And then we went to Suwe, where Kapitolulu Junior Primary School was also constructed. And also, during my campaign, when I was going around Kamtantambwe area, during my time, I had a rally there. There was Mrs. Mkandawide who begged me to say, Chamblanyina, when you be an MP, make sure that the first project that you should do
you should do Kamtantambwe Bridge. And as we are talking right now, the people of Kamtantambwe can testify that for the past 5 years, the first bridge that I constructed was Kamtantambwe Bridge. And then also we said there are some school blocks that had the tiles, and those tiles were rotten. We had to remove them. We went to Vangalala, we removed all the tiles, and we replaced them with IBR iron sheets. We also moved up there to Hoho. All the 4 school blocks, we'll move the tiles and replace them with the IBR iron sheets. And then at Matkija, a school block was also blown off. We had to go there and buy some materials, iron sheets, and we maintained them. And then the people around Kamterwe, coming closer to Kamambakantu, chose one project to say, Chamblanyina, can you help us to do the Kamtantambwe Chipata River? We did it, and right now there is a concrete bridge that people are moving 24 hours. We also came down there around Dimi. There was a huge problem. Politicians were promising people around Mzuguzuku, people around Dimi, that they will construct a bridge. I want to remind the people of Mzimba South that really we did that bridge, and our aim forward is that we need to remove those planks that we built at the Dimi Luasozi Bridge, so that at least it can also be a concrete bridge. And then also at Makoskasi DSS, we had to construct 2 teachers' houses, and also we went up there to Kaulagutu Primary School, where we also constructed 2 teachers' houses. And also at Vangalala area, there was also a problem. ADMAC didn't have a place. Well, we just had a structure, and then we had to put iron sheets, IBR iron sheets. And we went there just behind closer to Echieni. We had to construct Chitala River concrete bridge. And then we moved to Kalungulu, close to Sinda. We also had to construct Chitala River concrete bridge. And then also closer to Mposa, closer to Kavieyo, we also constructed Mposa Kavieyo River box culvert. And also at Matkija, coming to Swaswa, we also constructed what we call the Irish concrete bridge. At Mawiri, Kaufulu, the community at Mawiri contributed some monies and constructed the bridge at Kaufulu. CDF also provided some materials, even though this bridge, our aim in future is that we need to construct a very good bridge that 30 tons trucks can be moving through this place. And we didn't leave the people of Mapanjira alone. We were with them. The people around Mbofana going to school to Mapanjira, they were unable to move because there's a Kapitenje bridge, and we also managed to construct the bridge there. Apart from that, at Swaswa also people complained that during 2014-2019, they were promised a school block, and we also built a very beautiful school block. You can't believe it. If you go there and tell them and ask them, they'll tell you it only costed us 6 million to construct that bridge. And also Chikande, we constructed a block, and also Mtira block. And also we went to Kaulusi. When you are going to Kaulusi, passing through Champoyo, there was also a bridge, we call it Kaulusi Lukulu River Bridge. And also from Bangalala coming to Mperekezi, we had to grade it, and our aim this year that we also grade this road from Bangalala, Ndawa, Zulanga, going up there to Mzimba, we grade this year. We went further to grade also. We did some glamping, and they call it glabbing and clearing. We glabbed from Zulanga to Mperekezi Forest, so that at least this year we can easily grade the road. As you know very well that CDF also has got a component of bursary. I can testify also here that more than 200 students have been reached out through this CDF money. And also the youth and women empowerment, at least 5 clubs who have reached to them out in terms of giving them credit. And also around Mtira, Chalwataya River, we also constructed a bridge. And also Chieni, Eheken, Chipata, we did some grading of the road. And also agenda, they were looking too much at at a project of mortuary. We did it, and my colleagues from Kasungu North, from Zimba Southwest, from Zimba Luerezi, that always helped, or even my colleague from Zimba Southeast, that always helped with this mortuary that we built at Gender. And at Noam Kochi passing there to Sparta Primary School, we constructed a 15 meters concrete bridge where the former MP comes from, so that at least at mapita kwao. And also at Mawiri CDSS, a new hostel was constructed. It is there right now. At Zulanga, Luanyumbu Bridge, as they are going to Boswell's family, we constructed what we call the Zulanga Luanyumbu Bridge. And also Nkutu, at Nkutu there, as we are going to Moffat Carter's place, we go. There are 2 school blocks which the tiles got rotten. We had to remove the tiles from 2 school blocks, and also at the Tupenge, Kakoma too, and also the Mzgambuzi. So far, we are constructing the primary school, the school block, and also Mapanjira, Maripiti, River Irish Bridge, Kaswa Vipindi concrete bridge, Kanyezi head teacher's house, Vibangalala TDC zone, Joka school block, Epangweni under 5 clinic, Embangweni Mkulu bridge. These are 2 bridges. Chaska Chiwondwe river bridge. This is the one that we are currently constructing, and also Nkulunguta through classroom block that was also constructed. I can also testify that Chipata Likamula box cover is also done, and also Embangweni Kaparangwari concrete bridge done. Embangweni Kaparangwari 2 concrete bridge is also done, and also Msazi. As we are going to Msazi this coming Saturday, I'm going to Msazi to monitor the construction of the under 5 clinic, and also at Kaulusi I'll pass there. These are some of the CDF projects that as a constituency we have done. In conclusion, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, there are some personal initiatives that I've done for the past 5 years. I'm always there in the constituency. Whenever people are in sorrows, I'm with them. Whenever people are in Paukwati, I'm with them. That is a personal initiative that I've done. At the same time, if you go to my constituency, people will tell you to say, we don't complain of transport. Whenever they want a car, the cars are always there. They want ambulances, the ambulances are always there. What I'm talking here is real, and they're moving right now, assisting people. And also apart from that,
those few remarks,
as a Ngoni, we have a culture activity that we do in August. I provide free transport to the chiefs so that they can fetch people and go there. So in my constituency, our future plans are just 3 in nature, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I'm concluding. Our future plan is that we continue being transparent in the management of the constituency development fund. I want to promise TM Zogola, ADC, I want to promise TM Zugzugu, ADC, that I will continue respecting your committees. I will continue respecting the VDCs, so that we work together, so that we plan together all activities that are relating to the development that is with the CDF. The other future plan is that I'll continue with the welfare of the people. Transport is always available. For my next 5 years, transport will also be available. And finally, I will continue to fight for them when I'm here. I will continue to fight, to write proposals to the donors. I haven't mentioned the projects that donors have done in my constituencies because of time, but I'll continue. With these few remarks, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I give myself to the people of Zimba South. Here I am, send me again for 2025 to 2030. Thank you so much.
thank you very much, Honorable Member for Mzimba South, Emmanuel Chambulanyina Jere, one of the young parliamentarians that are doing well in the parliament. Thank you. Your future is bright. Continue to serve your people well. And when your people remember you for the commendable job you've been doing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We proceed to Lilongwe Central. There is a point of order from Honorable Member for Rumpi East. Rumpi East, point of order.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. Allow me to indeed once again thank you for allowing the people of Rumpi East to stand on a point of order. My point of order is seeking your wisdom and the guidance as to how I can do what I'm trying to share with you, Honorable Speaker. The civil servants were on strike, and when of a sudden some leaders have been given transfer letters, so I don't know what standing orders I can use so that I can appeal to the leader through you of government so that at least maybe they can stop the transfers of these senior civil servants who were seen to be leaders of that protest march. So I don't know what standing order can I use through your wisdom, First Deputy Speaker. I thank you once again.
Member, very simple. You can use Standing Order 69. You're going to be addressed even today. So through Secretariat, you'll be guided. You'll be given the forms. You use Standing Order 69. And may you perhaps also liaise with the government side, that the responsible ministry, please. Thank you. We go to our own Lilongwe Central, seasoned politician, Honorable Lobin Lowe.
Thank you so much. First Deputy Speaker, I rise to present constituency statement from the people of Senior Chief Tsabango and Senior Chief Karumba. I'm talking of a constituency that is peri-urban. Being peri-urban, it means it's a constituency.
Honorable Member, may I urge you to raise your voice? Because we have esteemed teachers from Kasung there. They want to hear more what is happening in Lilongwe Central, which is urban. Please.
Yeah, being peri-urban, we are talking of a constituency that had a particular culture, but this constituency is now affected because there is an influx of foreign culture, foreign people. So we have actually allowed and adopted foreign influence, meaning that very soon, in 10 years' time, it will be a total different constituency because it won't be the same people, same villagers. It will be a mixture of people. And I can proudly say that we have actually allowed our culture to be affected in terms of our dance, our private issues. Is now a totally different constituency. The land that used to be for farming is now demarcated in 2 plots. It will be a city. And for your information, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, being a city, we are equally enjoying some basic issues that the city requires. I'm talking of electricity, potable water, good classrooms, and I would like to thank this government for actually responding positively to our demands. First of all, I'm talking of modern primary school blocks. At least all schools have benefited, except maybe one primary school. This is Kanyandure, but I will find ways and means for them to also benefit. There is a good modern primary school at Magaramura, Ngombe Primary School, very modern. And this will benefit a lot because with an increase in the pupils that will go to primary school, this primary school cover a lot of pupils. At the same time, I'm looking at a modern secondary school, which is at Sante. This is commendable, and government is doing a lot. Right, Honorable Speaker, in terms of CDF, Let me indicate here that I've been in Parliament for almost 16 years, but for the first 5 years, I've actually enjoyed MP influence in the constituency, because I can actually respond to constituency demand immediately after the increase of constituency development fund. Right Honorable Speaker, you may wish to appreciate that I've managed to construct a modern police office at GCU bypass. There was total breakdown of security, but as I'm talking, you can appreciate with CTF, I've actually constructed wonderful police unit. And I would like to thank Katete Farm for providing 1 hectare land. 1 hectare would mean 2.5 acres in town, free of charge. This is very commendable. At the same time, looking at the growth of the city, it's my prayer that after presenting the issues to relevant ministries, we'll have another modern police unit at Kitsime and another one at Sante, T.A. Sabangu. Right Honorable Speaker, in terms of electricity, let me indicate here clearly that for a long time, we didn't benefit a lot in terms of electricity connection in the constituency. But within these 3, 4, 5 years, through ESCOM and Malawi, 60% of the constituency is covered with electricity, is connected. Meaning that going beyond 16 September, given another 5 years, 100% of the constituency will be connected. And it's my prayer that I go beyond 16 September. Right Honorable Speaker, in terms of road infrastructure, you appreciate if you go to my constituency. All feeder roads were upgraded using a grader. All feeder roads. And we are now covering bridges. I'm talking of bridges like one at Chiroa, Chioza, Chitanjiru, Chisio, lots of bridges. Another one was provided by central government at Mzimbo. This is wonderful. Meaning that within 3, 4 years, I've managed to provide wonderful bridges. I appreciate. This is a caring government. Looking at how wonderful roads are constructed in the city, being a peri-urban, I hope very soon, after concluding all these roads in the city, as a peri-urban, will equally benefit. I have in mind roads like Zamkut to Bondamari, Zamkut to Choyo, Zamkut to Gapiri, Nanjiri to Chuzira via Chipeni, Golgota to Chuzira, Chuzira to Mbununu. If these roads are upgraded to bitumen standard, my constituents will benefit a lot. And it's my prayer, going beyond the 16th September, Boma City Kuchoka. And this is a caring government. This is a caring government. All these roads will be upgraded to bitumen standard. Right Honorable Speaker, there is a lot that we have actually benefited from CDF. If you talk of bursaries, I've provided a lot of bursaries, and this facility is assisting a lot of pupils in my constituency. There is a lot that we are benefiting from this government. For the time being, allow me to submit. Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lilongwe Central. Before I recognize Chikwawa Central, and using Standing Order 37, the discretion to recognize Honorable Member whose statement is in our office but wasn't part of the order paper. But since he has visitors in the gallery, the chair wishes to allow the member for Lilongwe Kasungu Northeast to present briefly his statement. Kasungu Northeast. This is well quoted in Standing Order 37. Chair's discretion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, Honorable Neighbor, for using your discretion at this opportune time when I have guests in the House. Guests coming from Senior Chief Simlemba, Senior Chief Chisempere, Senior Chief Wibe, soon to be Senior Chief Nyanja, and STH Tantamapiri. These members, some of them are familiar to you, First Deputy Speaker. So I wish to put on record my thanks to you for using that discretion properly. I would like to express our thanks to His Excellency, the President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, for the things that he has done in Kasungu Northeast. The visitors in the gallery are a testament to the things I'm going to say here about what the government of Dr. Lazarus Chakwera has done and is to do for Kasungu Northeast. I would like to put on record big projects that we have constructed since 2020. At Sopani Dam, we have a 12-hectare Sopani Dam, which now is shared with my colleague, Honorable Kasungu North. But that 12-hectare dam saves people, will be saving people of Kasungu Northeast and Kasungu North equally. We are also grateful that in the current budget, government has allocated at least 2 billion to the construction or rehabilitation of the Chatoroma to Kanyika Road. Kanyika is where we are going to be extracting niobium in the Kanyika niobium mine. We are thankful that this government has given us the pipe to water through the Champira South Rural Water Supply Project. This pipe to water passes through Ngwata going to Simlemba. Yes, we have problems with the water supply system, but those are technical problems. At a policy level, we thank government for considering the people of Simlemba and the people of Kasungu Northeast. We have, with this support from the Constituency Development Fund, we have constructed very important bridges in my constituency. My constituency is very hilly, and connecting from one section to another has been a challenge in the past few years because of lack of bridges. We have constructed significant bridges at Kasiniza, at Mpasazi, Kachenga, Kapulipuli, Kapoko, and also between Chisempere and between Sopani and Chisempere, where we've also constructed a bridge where pupils going to the other side of the river Milenje could not easily cross in the past. We are in Kasungu Northeast, ready to practice irrigation. In the past year, we bought 2 10-hectare covering irrigation pumps under FICID, which we will use the Sopani Dam and the Maruvenji Dam, which is coming up this particular financial year, as well as on Dwangwa River itself around the Benjamin area, where we want to promote irrigation. I would like to request the Ministry of Agriculture to help us access cheaper fertilizer for us to run our irrigation schemes. We have, under the Economic Empowerment for Women and Youth component of the CDF, we are, in this current financial year, going to graduate 368 learners on different TVET trades, including carpentry, tailoring, and actually bricklaying. Those 368 First Deputy Speaker are graduating on the 20th of April this year. These 368 learners, youths, are actually part of 905 whom TVETA has selected to undergo training within this financial year, as well as next financial year, 2026-2025. I am very thankful to the people that are helping us there, which is TVETA, as well as the project team that is working very hard to ensure that our youths get the skills that are required. Actually, there will be first level certificates in April, but some of them will continue to get advanced level certificates in TVETA so that we can help our youth to be employers of themselves. We have done quite a number of under 5 clinics. To begin with, we have one at Kaunda, another at Idoka. We have a bigger one under Jessit at Office Trading Center. We are planning to also upgrade under 5 clinics at Chikwezi, Luangwa, Chiwinga, and Nkurande. In the gallery, Right Honorable Speaker, are head teachers from the schools that are in my constituency. These head teachers are thankful that under MERP, the Malawi Education Reform Program, we have about 60 classrooms that we can construct across the constituency. In the Kawia zone, about 9, and Simlemba, about 5, in the Kambira zone, about 4. But in all, we are expecting that the MERP program will be able to provide us at least 60 classrooms in the education sector. And the teachers, the head teachers that are here, want to provide witness that we would like the Ministry of Education to speed up its processes, because we are ready in Kasungu Northeast. We are ready in all the 55 schools to construct the blocks under MAREP. We can do our contribution quite well. We have had experience with Build On, where we have partnered with Build On in the past, and in the last 5 years, we have constructed 48 classrooms across the constituency with support of Build On, which I would like to thank very much, and to lament that they have gone at a time that we needed them most. And if they can come back, we will complete much more schools. In short, in the education sector, we are committed to improving the quality of classrooms, but also we would like, as we go forward, the Ministry of Education to be considering teachers' houses. I am happy that under MERP, we have at least started 1 or 2 teachers' houses at Chinchinda and somewhere else where we want to improve education. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, we have under CDF 5 to water schemes. Under CDF and the solar, thank you to the Minister of Water and Sanitation. We have 2 solar water pump schemes in my constituency where we are about to start completing the projects. At Simlemba, we have a pipe water scheme. We will have another one at Chenjiwazi in Vera. The minister has assured me by April we will start getting the pipes so that our people can drink pipe water from there. We will also have pipe water at Mukanakote. Honorable Speaker, finally, I would like to request the Ministry of Energy to speed up electrification of Office Trading Center under the MAREP program, but also to help us request ESCOM to finish installing a transformer at Simlem, at Chatoroma, to save the community around the Mzumara compound down to Kadweya. The initial survey was already done, but we are hoping that this time around, ESCOM can come and complete its work so that our people can enjoy also some electricity. ESCOM needs to also take care of rural constituencies like that of Kasungu, Northeast. With these few remarks, First Deputy Speaker, once again, I would like to thank the people of Simlemba, Nyanja, Wimbe, Chitantamapiri, Chisempere, for their continued confidence in me as their representative in this House. And I'm sure that they will renew my mandate to be with you here, First Deputy Speaker, in the coming term 2025 to 2030. I will be here because of them, and I'm begging them to continue to have the trust in me. I will also request you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, to come and see them at the office this coming Saturday. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, my dear neighbor from Kasungu Northeast, kwa office, kwa Simulemba, kwa Wimbe Mbali, kwa Fifi, Chitantamapiri. God bless you, my dear brother. Honor members will come, time for a healthy break. And then when we come back, you guide us. But on my list, I have Chikwawa Central, then Doa North, then we go down. Those members that when I mentioned your constituency, you were not there, the chair's discretion, you'll be considered. So don't lose heart. If your statement is here, the chair will consider you. We passed the budget yesterday. You must be in a good mood. So, leader, you guide us on that one. You give us a guide. You guide us. Okay. Otherwise, it's 10:49. We come back at. It's almost 20 to 11. 10 to 11. So we come back at 20 past 11. House suspended. Honorable Member Nkoma, you do as usual. As usual. Thank you. House suspended.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.